Ta fast travel to roads. أيوة بابا إن شاء الله. I haven't played this game for a while. I first started to play, share these videos to improve my English.
Okay there?
But now, I think it's very fun to speak in English. And then again, sometimes you make some very, very clear mistakes when you speak English, because it's not my native language. So there are a lot of issues when it comes to speaking English. Sometimes I mispronounce stuff. Sometimes I can't remember what I have to say. Suitable words. So there is it.
Sure.
But majority of the time I speak English because I love to speak English. It's a very, very fun language. And I love playing video games. I used to love playing video games. Nowadays I don't have enough time to even see my favorite series or movies. I spend most of my time just watching YouTube. And during the years 2017 to 2018, I was like superbly into video games. I completed around 17 to 18 games that year and platinumed around 5 games. So at that time I was very much into the video game thing, but nowadays I don't think I'm that big of a lover of video games.
They'll kill her at one of those rallies there, Holden. They've done it before. Mister, you gotta help.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Ah, Penelope. So this is a lover boy, no? He wants his love to something, I don't know. I didn't see the story properly. I haven't played the game since I think 4 or 5 months ago. Last time I played was during October, I think. The time I was playing Red Dead Online. Now I've played actually. Properly I've entered the game 2 or 3 times, but didn't play the game properly. The game's graphics is amazing, to be honest. Red Dead is one of the best game in the world, and the graphics of Red Dead is quite literally the best of its generation. I'm a massive fan of Rockstar, and recently I've heard that they're gonna release the Grand Theft Auto 6, I think, because 5 has been already released in quite a lot of time.
Doing here? I cannot let you go through with this.
These are the Romeo and Juliet's
For the cause, Bo.
personification in Red Dead 2.
Something, please.
What? Fight this mob? They'd eat me alive.
This is no laughing matter, sir. They need...
The stories are very long. These are the feminists, so those who think that women deserve the same thing as males. I don't disagree with them, but in some ways there are some disagreements. And there are also some hypocrisy in both men and women. Some who think feminism is a bad thing have hypocritic views, and those who believe that women should be in charge also have hypocritic views. So hypocrites are always found in great factions, so they're always there. I do social commentary often. It's a habit of mine. Just not for video games, I do it often. I mean, even when I'm conversing with someone else, I do very bad social commentary sometimes. I'm speaking English because I want to clear my English as much as I can because in here whatever I'm speaking is from my own head, so I need to clear it out properly. Votes for women. You know, Bangladeshi people do not want to vote. They really hate to vote, because a lot of people I've seen since my childhood, I've seen a lot of people who don't like the voting day. They think it's a bad thing, and most people skip during the voting days in Bangladesh. There are some rowdies here. I think I'm gonna kick them out, right? Something like that. No. Mount your horse.
Let's go. Quick now. We gotta go before they think twice.
Hey man, just get into your horse, man. I mean seriously, some AIs are the worst, and Red Dead AIs are not that dumb, but the best AIs I got was Witcher 3's. I mean, their AIs were great. Witcher 3 is one of my best and my most favorite game in the world. I think when I'm free and in the future, if Allah wills, I have enough money and enough free time, I'll reverse back to my video gaming personality. I used to love playing video games. I used to spend a lot of money buying video games. When I got my PlayStation for the first time, I was a very little kid. I think at the time I was like 7 or 8. At that time I got a PlayStation Portable, which is called PSP in short, and I really loved it. And then I got PlayStation 2, I think. PlayStation 2, and then I changed to a PlayStation 3, and now I got a PlayStation 4. And in the future, I think I am very much in the line to buy a PS5. I would seriously love to buy a PS5 before I buy a fucking iPhone. So I'm really extremely sorry about the cursing, because sometimes, you know, the cursing comes. See, seriously, can you see? My horse is moving like very slow.
Nobody died. Ain't that awful?
My cousins are vindictive bastards. My brothers are vindictive bastards. My cousins are worse.
They started it.
I know, but
You should leave.
I will, as soon as I have enough money.
So I got 30 just because I completed this task. I didn't have to do shit. I just drove around some women in a parade, I think, something like that. I really want to improve my accent as much as I can because I want to move to a country like Canada or United States, or even in the short term I want to move to a country where English is very much spoken, because I think the first reason would be because English is a very important language when it comes to the global thing nowadays, because everyone in the world knows English, or at least knows some words of English with their native language as well. Let's do some hunting, shall we? So let us hunt some pigs, wild boars. No, I used to freaking love. Hey man, I have a panther chasing me. Is it a panther? I will kill that panther. Yes, right in the head, man. That shot was quite clear. There's a Florida panther. Let me skin it first. You know, I used to play video games a lot. I loved a lot of stories about video games, and then again, sometimes I found some features that I didn't like. But skinning animals was not a feature that I disliked. I can't do hunting like my grandparents or my ancestors did, but I can do at least game hunting, you know. Game hunting is a term where people hunt animals for game, you know, just to have fun. There is no need for food or shelter like that. They just hunt it for fun. And I often like doing this in the video game world, because in real life I don't like that, because animals deserve a lot more respect from us than we give them. There are also ways to fish in Red Dead. There are a lot of exciting missions where I can do a lot of things to bandits and stuff like that. So I do a lot of that stuff. I used to do a lot of that stuff, but nowadays I don't do it properly. I recently completed my IELTS, so that was something which I was really excited in my life. I have a very rare amount of viewers, and majority of them know me properly, who I am. So that is why I don't think my videos are gonna blow up. But the thing is, at least I can see how much my improvement came from speaking in English in a video, at least. I think when I spoke English for the first time in this channel, I have increased a lot of things. I have changed a lot of times. I have changed a lot of things. I have gained new accents. I've lost a lot of errors that I made during my past years, when I first started to video record my games and stuff like that in this channel. See, that's a gator. Do you know what a gator is? It's a freaking kumir in Bangladeshi language. And let me skin it again. And there are some really big fishes in the game as well, like pike and stuff like that. They're really big fish. They're freshwater fish, actually. See? Can you do this in Bangladesh? I mean, can you do this in real life? You're gonna be either in a handcuff, or you're gonna be dead in the alligator's mouth or the crocodile's mouth. Alligators and crocodiles are the same thing. V gives away the alligator, while U gives away a crocodile. Alligators live in freshwater. They live in Florida and most of the region in United States, while crocodiles are both saltwater crocodile and freshwater crocodile. They can be found in Asia and stuff like that, or places like that. you know, in these videos I often not often, but nowadays I will try whenever I'm free to give free information. This is not because I am giving free information to those who are seeing it, because I have 0 views right now, but to myself. Informations that I can, if I can properly communicate my information, obviously in the future I can do it as well. So that is why I'm practicing properly how to communicate and stuff like that. This is a live video, so there are no views right now, but I'm speaking as much as I can in English. No, in the IELTS module there is a part, speaking part 2, where you have to speak for 2 minutes about a topic. As when I first joined an IELTS course, I didn't feel that big of a pressure when I was if I had to speak for 2 minutes, because at that time I already had some experience. I know some, not to brag, I had experience of more than 300 minutes speaking English. I have been speaking English since I was like 17 or 16 or something like that. Since then I have spoken English non-stop in my brain. So I've practiced so many times. Even then I have some really big errors when I speak English. But a lot of people get scared when they first time try English. They think that English is a very difficult language for them, because it's a very new language when it comes to a Bangladeshi speaker. Hey, there's another thing I can hunt. Let us hunt that. Whatever it might be. Whoa! Right in the head. These are bounty hunters, right? Bounty hunters are like those who hunt people. Right in the head. Every one of them right in the head. Playing video games is a very nice hobby for those who want to learn language, because most of the video games are in English, and those who want to learn English can learn a lot of things from video games. I also recently started to tutor for IELTS, so that's something new as well. But I think that, you know, I just killed a horse. That's a very bad thing. My karma also dropped quite a lot. I do a lot of things all the time. There are a lot of times you can't remember things in English or any other language, and you do a lot of gibberish, like what I did some moments ago. Gibberish is a way to feel yourself back in the mood. There's an alligator. See how much my karma has dropped because I've shot a horse. I mean, if I shot a horse, shoot a horse, or if I shoot a dog or something like that, my karma drops. Also, if I shoot some innocent persons, my karma also drops when that situation occurs. We're now in the biggest city in Red Dead 2's world, Saint Denis. Some might say Saint Denis. Saint Denis. Saint Denis. I see. It comes a river. We're still in Bayonava. We're entering Saint Denis soon. See how it used to be when 1800s war. See, Saint Denis. So that is Dennis when it comes to an English spelling, but in terms when you pronounce it, you pronounce it Saint Denis. You don't pronounce the S. So there are a lot of ways when English changes. Fry. So you know T-G fry. You say it fried. You don't say fright. Fry. I have to sell these which I'm carrying. I mean, I played a lot of historical video games as well, where historical places were shown, and I mean, history used to be so, magnificent, and now it's all just bland buildings with tall things rolling around every place I see. Not in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has different things. You know, in our country, majority of the buildings are one-story buildings or two-story buildings that do not look that good. I mean, seriously, buildings don't look good in Bangladesh. But countries like Dubai and stuff, they have new buildings because the country is a very new country. And countries like Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, they have proper buildings, you know, they have old buildings. Like England also has some very old buildings. I like Gothic era architecture because those architecture resemble quite a lot of nice things. Can I sell my horse stuff? Let's see, can I? Yes, I can. I sell the panther.
Welcome back, sir.
So I've sold a lot of things here. It's been 22 minutes since I started my life, so it's been a long time. And I did very little things. I've just spoken and spoken and spoken. So my job is done. You know, my first reason for starting this live was to see if I can properly speak for a while. I haven't spoken in English in a lot of time, you know. For a lot of time, I've spoken English with an accent since I told you around 2016 I started to speak with an accent. Before that I used to speak English because I started watching Cartoon Network when I was 7 or 8, something like that. And since I started watching Cartoon Network, I started to learn English properly. After that I started to copy the accent. I understood them, and later on I could speak like them. My writing is, on the other hand, I don't think my writing is bad because I can write a lot of things that are complicated and my structure rarely becomes obsolete or, you know, doesn't work properly. But when I'm in stress, I often do writing silly mistakes, but those silly mistakes can be properly eradicated when I lose the stress, you know. So there are a lot of things that changed in me since 2008 something and now, and I'm very glad that a lot of these things changed. One of them things that changed in me was also my weight. I used to be 90. Right now I'm not even close to 90. What we're seeing is some hunters here, so what we'll do is kill them.
Yep.
Right in the head. Someone else is shooting at me as well. Let me find out who this person is. Oh ho! Is this guy an innocent person? Because I started to shoot near his camp, he started to get angry. I don't think so. He's also I didn't get any negative karma from this. Okay, then I'm saying goodbye right now because I've spoken for a lot of time, and also because I have run out of ideas to speak about. Right now I'm fully blank, and I have to sleep because it's around 11:40 in my country. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to those who will in the future, if they might see this video. Thank you for watching this video. This was a live and we didn't attend this live, but if you see this in the future, then I don't know what to say anymore. Thank you. That's it. Okay, and if you like this, subscribe, because once in a moon, like it used to be when people used to sacrifice stuff when a moon came. I mean, when full moons came, something like that. I also do stuff like that. So thank you. Okay, goodbye.